Hi everybody, this is Sunny from Sunny Side Up Journals, and today I am going to do a flip through of the February portion of my current journal. So there is a flip through of this for January 2022 if you want to go back and have a look. But this is a journal that I built specifically to start the new year and to start 2022. It's got a generous 2-inch binding or a spine. It's got 2 signatures. You can tell that this one has been used and this one is just starting to get used. February, I think, started, I don't know, towards the end of the first signature, and I'm moving on to the second signature here. So a bunch of this is January if you want to go through the January flip through and take a look. Okay, so without further ado, let me get to the February portion of my journal. There's a lot of brightness in January. Wow. Okay. January 31st. Okay. So this is February, and this is a snack that my guinea pigs eat. So I threw that in there because one day, you know, I might be like, oh, remember when I had guinea pigs? I have a little card from my cousin, her business, Rain and Wool. Check it out. Oops. There we go. A label from underwear package for my kid. There's a little soap container package that my daughter has. So I put those in there just to throw in some real life ephemera. I love how this page turned out. I'm not like all about florals, but once in a while that gets me. And I was having a very, very flowy, lovely day. So it's got that lavender and pink and gold on that page. I also really like how this spread looks with all the gold, all the sort of blushy champagne going on. I love that colorway. And I also like the way that I wrote in a very small, curly, but upright script. That seems to really go with what I was feeling. This is a map, a vintage map of Paris. This is a little stamp, you know, like a stamp, and then I fussy cut around it. And this is a printable from Loveland's Life, February 2nd. I love these big number stamps. And this is, I like how this is like mostly not writing. It's just a big giant thing of gold polka dot paper, and I just sort of wrote around it. That's kind of fun. I also love what I did here. I didn't know what I was doing as I was painting on it. I was just like, this kind of looks like an island, and then it just ended up going from there. And then I found this old painting of a seascape that I did that I wasn't in love with, but I wanted to still incorporate and keep somehow. So I just tore them into pieces and put them up here to represent sky. And then I sort of journaled in the sky and then left the water and the island blank. And I wrote Friday, February 4th into the water with water, you know, like bluish, aqua-ish ink. That's kind of fun. This is a dictionary page that's really hard to journal on, but I think that you can do some interesting stuff on it nevertheless. And I just wrote a question, a guiding question. What if you were the obstacle all along? Are you standing in the way of you? That's a question I ask myself a lot. Little cup of tea here. I like how that turned out. Just a little page. This is Tomoe River paper, very crunchy, very soft, very smooth. Anytime I come across one of these pages in my journal, I like to get out my fountain pen because they go together and they're so buttery. Some notes to myself. This is a thank you note from some fiber that I ordered, some spinning fiber. It's just some like swatches in the back that I kind of like. And this says prioritize joy. I really like that message there. Here's another page that's kind of mostly purple with like yellow in the background that I think looks really nice. And this is a page that my daughter made for me. I love it. She wrote a poem for me, and then she got really flustered because she was afraid I couldn't read it, and so I had her read it to me, and I wrote it down just in case I ever forget. And this is a postcard from Loveland's Life, and an envelope from a Christmas card that I got from somebody. This was under paper previously. It was built right into my journal, so it already had like stuff scrawled on it, which I kind of love. And then I just wrote my major weekend plan, which was to make delicious chocolate ice cream. And boy, was it delicious. Some of these, as I'm flipping through, I'm just gonna glue them down a little better since I have the glue out here. This is kind of greenish, bluish page. I like that. This, I love how this turned out. I just left this very, very blank, and you know, I had a lot to say that day, so that was good. This is a little note that I got from another person, another small business owner, wrote what I was currently reading and watching. This is when I was practicing sort of different ways of writing. I really like how that turned out. And this is paper where I punched out these hearts for this page. See those 3 hearts? And then I thought, well, I can't waste it. I can't just let it go into the trash. It's beautiful fodder. So I glued it down the way it is. And then in each of the holes, I wrote parts of the date. So it says February 8th, 2022. Gosh, I did not glue these down well at all. I guess I was in a hurry. Okay. Oh, that sound. That's gold, everybody. That's gold. Journal crunch. Okay. Lots of writing here. I made a little stack. I like little stacks of fodder, or layers, you might call it. More layering here. Oh my goodness, did not glue stuff down well. This is not a ringing endorsement for this glue stick. No, I really do like this glue stick. It's my go-to, so I don't know why it's not doing its thing. I blame myself. And then I took a little break, y'all. This was on February 9th, and then this was February 13th. And that was one of the biggest gaps that I've ever had in my journaling. So, you know, things got busy, but it's cool. And then I like how this was an envelope, as you can see. So you can see that things have been tucked into it. And then on the opposite side of it, I glued down a chocolate box cover. And so it has this rigidity that I really like, and you can add more stuff in here. This is a picture of a wood chipper and a truck that my son drew. He is very, very obsessed with wood chippers. It's very specific, I know. It's not like construction vehicles. It's not like fire trucks. It's wood chippers. And he knows all the brands and all of the different, models that each of the companies have. He's very silly, very cute. And I just had to put that in there because it is so current. It is so him right now, and I wanted to make sure I remember that. And then I journaled all around it. It's a nice little contrast because everything is very pink and bubblegummy, and then you got this like heavy machinery in the center. Okay, so we're like halfway through the month. Very gold, very, I don't know, Greek Gatsby sort of thing going on here, Art Deco. My son painted on this page because he saw that his sister painted on this one and said that he would like a turn, and he picked that page to paint on. I like this little page here because it's small, it's unassuming, but it's like so packed, right? You got fodder, 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 fodder. It's got this thing stuck to it, this, and then it's got the paint, it's got the stamps, and the writing. It's just jam-packed. And what I ended up doing was I started journaling here, and then here, and then I just kept going. And then, yeah. all the way to here. So it was kind of nice. This is when I went to go visit my parents, and I hadn't seen them in a really long time. And then I found some old fodder. This is a ferry ticket from a trip to Mackinac Island, which is in the north part of, or like between the two peninsulas of Michigan. This is a place where I used to go often when I was in high school. And then I studied abroad in Spain during college, and then this was a postcard that I had purchased from there to bring back. This is from, I think this is El Patio de los Reyes y la Fachada de la Basílica. Okay, so this is from Madrid. Cool. So I taped down some ephemera while I was there. This is like invoices for a shop update that I recently had. It's not junk, it's just, you know, thought I would tuck that in there. And already February is 2/3 of the way over by that point. And I got to the middle, I got to the center of my journal. It's 2 signatures, so this is halfway through. And then here I have a little message that says, dare to begin the 2nd signature. And so you have this, it's a little fold out, but only half fold out. And I have like a little surprise in here, because if you have this closed, it doesn't look like much of anything. And then you open this and there's just all of that happening. And then I talked about world events here and how I was feeling about them. This is just sort of my intentions for the weekend. And just a reminder, I like this printable by Loveland's Life, to be gentle with yourself. So that was that. And this was more about just like my trip to see my parents was so wonderful, just to reconnect with my family after having been physically apart for so long, just because of, you know, the pandemic and things like that. So it was really nice to reconnect and eat my mom's food. This is a page I explained on a previous video, but this is a page that I just decided, because the paper is too flimsy to write on both sides. On one side, I just glued down this beautiful paper, this ticket paper, and then I made this little layered piece of fodder, little collage, and I just think this looks so beautiful with this sort of daylight color. It looks like, you know, the dawn, like dawn in a forest, doesn't it? And we've got the foresty washi tape here, swatches of foresty colors, this hill, this bird, sort of like, it feels very natural. And while I was at my parents' house, my mom loved my journal. She thought it was really, really cool. And she wanted to write me a note in it, and I was like, oh, hey, goody, I'm so excited. So I have my mom's writing a little message in her handwriting with my fountain pens that she wanted to try out. I like how this page turned out. As I was pre-decorating my pages, I just threw in, like, I don't know, I just felt like I'm always doing these like big washes of watercolor. How about we just do some basic squares or rectangles? And I left it as is, and then I came to this page and I thought, you know what, I really need to honor the way that those blocks are, and so what can I write about that would not require long sentences? And I just wrote about things that I'm really into right now, like playing Wordle. I'm very into that right now. Homemade ice cream, fountain pens, you know. So anyway, I wrote those things out because of course those may change as I go along. These are labels from yarns that I recently bought. This is from a yarn, Shangri-La by Chain Fiber, and this is actually from a fiber, a top. It's for spinning fiber for spinning yarn. So I got that from Kim Dyes Yarn. Check them out if you were interested in yarn or fiber. And this is from a sticker order that I made from Wool and Wood Company. And it's a little note that she wrote for me. And then I love how this page turned out because it's so blushy, peachy, champagne-y, and I love that color scheme. I decided because that's the color scheme of this card, we're just gonna go ahead and make this one kind of like that too. And I love how that turned out. And I wrote in this sort of bronze colored metallic ink that I think looks really pretty. And then this as a very harsh contrast between this soft, blushy, dreamy, ethereal page spread to this, which is like black and white and like hot yellow, with like very sharp geometric patterns, I think is really cool. And then some more tags of things that I bought recently from small businesses, lots of fiber artists, and this note that you may recognize from a previous video. I found it, thought I would stick it on there because again, this paper is very flimsy and I can't write on both sides because it bleeds through like crazy. And that is pretty much it for February. February is a short month, and I did take the several days of a break from writing or from journaling. So not a whole lot of pages, but still, if you look at what we got, that's for 28 days, that's pretty good. And then, so now we have this left. I think I can finish this in March. I think this could be a nice first quarter of 2022 journal, and then we can move on to another journal. I'm still trying to think about what journal I want to use next because this was quite a ride. This was such an adventure. I love it so much, but it also, I kind of miss the uniformity of a more standard journal. So we'll see. I might go with that. Maybe you all can help me with that decision. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you got some good ideas from my flip through, or at least it helped you to relax, even if you're not a journaler. Because I always enjoy looking at other people's finished art. So I hope that was fun for you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for subscribing. It means the world to me, and I wish you a very happy rest of your day. Take care. Bye-bye.